Yeah, I'd say there's really no way to tell because these players may or may not have practiced specific charts, like, or just grinded them out. And, yeah, so, like, there's so many different factors, and any of these players could easily create an upset here, I think.
Crookie says, I'm rooting for winner of O. Winner of O, for those who don't know, would be the person going to grand finals from the losers bracket. Well, with that said, we're done looking at the bracket here because we have our map pool for our first match here. Map pool is Big Snowman, Young and Alive, Warehouse Medicine, The Prince, Take On Me, Running to the Sea, Bird of Prey, Send Off, and Press Start. And immediately, Kwazi has banned Big Snowman, and Ballin has banned The Prince. What do you guys expect out of this pick ban? Do you think either of them is particularly looking towards one side? I feel like both of these are within. I'm sorry. The map pool is within both of their comfort ranges, so it probably is not going to be a low versus high question here.
Yeah, my guess is that they both just kind of have charts that they prefer, like just really like to play here, and they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna. It doesn't look like they're trying to ramp it one way or the other on the difficulty spectrum, trying to get the hardest or the easiest out of the bracket. I think they're just picking their favorite charts.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more on the high end. I think like Vince get a bit, maybe Send Off, yeah. Vince get a bit better at spin, more inclined to play faster charts, I think. So you're more comfortable on them, but we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel like there's a lot more chance for a what's the word? Like a mistake that's like an unforced error on really low difficulty charts.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're used to playing higher difficulties. So playing towards the high end is usually a good bet. And sure enough, we'll be starting with Send Off.
Way you got his wish.
All right, it does appear like both of these players are good to go.
DSP magnifier. That's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Start the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
For those who don't know, Wei is sitting in here in call with us. You can't hear him. He's running a stream for us today. Thanks, LowWei123.
Howdy.
Let's go.
I don't know. Can they hear you or no? Ah, okay. He said "let's go" when we found out that it's gonna be a Send Off.
All right, Ballin does drop the PFC pretty early on, so as things stand, this ultimately comes down whether Kwazi is able to PFC these lower difficulty charts. Even so, maybe there is a thing or two in here that would throw him off.
I love swing.
Oh, unfortunate miss out of Ballin right there. Kwazi still Kwazi. God, I read it as Kwazi the first time I saw it, and I can't get that out of my head now. Anyway, Kwazi with the FC still going strong, but since we are in a situation where both players have broken.
Oh no!
Oh, what happened?
I am not exactly sure how to explain that one.
I have to imagine something happened there.
Guess we'll know when.
Can you switch the audio source, please, Wei?
we'll have to see what Kwazi's take on that here. Kwazi says epic.
Just please hold. I'm chatting with production right now to figure out what happened.
I'm curious to know. Yeah, I'm sure Ballin has no idea of what just went down, but we'll have to hear maybe what kind of control scheme Kwazi uses, because I know any kind of control scheme that uses auto detect.
DPI change.
Oh
DPI change.
Oh no.
In my opinion, that's stupid. Should let him replay. Oh, whatever. Okay.
So Ballin still really killing it here on this banger of a chart. Slight little curse there, but you know, unusual match.
All right. Kwazi has confirmed that that, or acknowledged rather, that he will not be able to get a replay. With that, ballinbino takes the first point in this best of 5. Yeah, an unfortunate start for Kwazi, but it certainly wasn't a skill issue. So I'm sure he'll be able to come back in this best of 5.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Half like keeping it
Oh,
simple.
did
in
score
the
mod
left
change
hand.
the misses to red? Why are the misses red on Ballins while it's purple usually?
Yeah.
So what happened was that Kwazi hit the DPI change button on their mouse, and so because it is a user error reason for why the for why the chart was failed, we cannot give Kwazi a replay for that.
The remainder of the map pool is your pick, Kwazi.
You
Okay,
hate
so
to
I was
see it.
right that it was because of score mod. Way told me it wasn't, but okay, with that, the second chart that we will be playing is Young and Alive.
One of the only SMB charts in the tournament.
It's a good
What's that?
chart. It's a good track. It's too bad about Haywire.
Oh no. And when you're ready, give me a
Would
you
like
to
Wait,
buy
what?
Monkey?
Maybe I don't want to know.
NFT. That's all. That's all. It's NFT.
I don't want to know, but I mean,
He got gifted a monkey and he set it as his profile picture everywhere, so
oh,
He's
it's very
into it.
curious.
oh. All right, so I'm gonna be trying really hard to listen to this banger without thinking of the monkeys. And again, we
Did you see
Ballin
that
dropping
phantom
the-
movement from Kwazi? That was pretty funny. But
We see Ballin dropping PFC a little bit early on here.
I think at least from what we saw so far in the first track, Kwazi was showing better accuracy than Ballin overall, but it was relatively close. Yeah, thanks for the tier 1 sub, Programmatic.
Let's go.
Yep. Kwazi maintaining PFC through the halfway point of the chart here. This is a impressive play. If they can maintain this for just a minute and a half more, this is he's gonna lock Ballin out of this.
I think we could see a Red Bull clutch out of Kwazi here.
I feel like it has to be a come from behind to be a Red Bull clutch. Not sponsored.
This is the Monster Energy play of the day.
Shut up. I don't think Ballin has gotten an imperfect since his PFC break. So
I think I saw maybe one of them, but
one. Okay, I must
that's
have missed it.
not very consequential. But it could be. Going up against a PFC.
Well, I think. If Kwazi breaks this PFC, I think I've seen Ballin having more accurate notes for the most part, but there have been a couple outliers. But it looks
Kwazi-
like Kwazi is going to maintain this PFC and take the point.
The Red Bull clutch. What did I tell you?
You weren't kidding.
Nice little bounce back for that mishap
So
earlier.
yeah, very, very clean runs out of both players here. Kwazi with slightly lower accuracy here by about a millisecond, but
A good way to come back into this set after what happened in the first try.
yeah.
10.38 versus 11.47. Wow, even if you broke near the end there, probably still takes it unless it's a big slider break.
You know what he means. Ricky's saying best of three, meaning first to three.
No, best of three meaning that we are now tied up in a set with 3 to go, which means that the rest of the set is a best of 3.
Okay, this is true. So I was the fool.
With that, we're going to be playing Warehouse Medicine for our next track here.
Chicken edit. So did Dr. Chicken, like, I guess, piece the song together in a shorter way, or just do like a little remaster?
I think Chicken edited the track, not the the chart, not the track.
Okay. Yeah, I
Some
see there
touch-up
at the
here and
bottom. Now it's all coming together. Chicken edit had me thinking that he edited the sound file, so.
Very atmospheric track that we had.
Yeah, definitely. That was the exact word I was thinking as well. So in this one, we're seeing the opposite instance where Kwazi's the one to drop the PFC pretty early on. Ballin maybe having a bit more experience and practice on this chart, as it is Ballin's counterpick. Oh, what happened? It looked like his spin didn't register there.
You got a DSP. Thanks for the magnifier.
That's quite unlucky. But that doesn't mean it's over. Ballin had mostly better accuracy up until that point, but the DSP error might cause issues in that regard. We just have to wait and see.
It looked like something a little bit funny was going on there again, maybe on Ballin's screen. Yeah, I think that maybe that spin not registering might have been a little more costly than the accuracy mistakes from Kwazi here. But when you know a chart really well, you can really push those accuracies pretty low. So, assuming that Ballin has played this one a few times, I think we have the potential to see a big enough accuracy difference still, as you said.
True. Way just said it is a long song, which does increase the impact of accuracy and decrease the impact of a single miss. Oh,
Ooh.
that's a slider break and a half. Out of ball.
Ballin. It was a really long slider, but fortunately it didn't drop until pretty close to the end. So I'd say that might have been about somewhere 50 to 100 point loss, maybe. Not ideal, of course. Yeah, hate to see the slider breaks.
I've definitely had issues where I've had DSP errors and then my spin just doesn't register, like it doesn't read my input for a fraction of a second and misses the flick. It's really annoying. Wait a second.
Was he dropping combo? Curious.
Ballin's playing keyboard and mouse?
Yeah, he switched over a while ago.
How long has he been doing that? I didn't even realize.
No longer a part of controller gang, unfortunately.
As a keyboard and mouse player, that's cringe.
I'm gonna keep keyboard and mouse now.
No, I'm saying controller players are superior.
I'm very curious about this poll that we have going on now. Chicken nuggets or chicken tendies?
It's got to be tendies, but like nuggets are good. They're both
That's what
good.
I'm thinking. Like chicken tenders are generally like just like objectively higher quality, aren't they?
We did see a miss out of Kwazi.
I'm so
We're
confused.
too busy
So many
talking
people.
about other things. We
So many
missed this
people
miss
are
out of Kwazi, so it's pretty close. The base score is only I think that was 60 points different.
That's a
But
close score there with
It looks like Kwazi
Kwazi
will take
taking it by less than 100 points.
The accuracy is in Kwazi's favor, so even without the misses, I do believe it would have gone to him. So with that, it's Ballin's pick with Kwazi on set point here. Luce says, "Let me tell you that you're wrong about the superiority of controller players."
Alright, so Kwazi took that one. So it is your pick again, Ballin.
While we're waiting here, I will say, I feel like tendies are the better overall option, but if I'm feeling baby, definitely nuggets. You got to go for the nuggets.
Yeah, like I guess what McDonald's doesn't have any kind of chicken tenders anymore, do they? They're just
Yeah, I don't
Nugget
think
Gang.
so.
So
Shout out to Raisin Canes.
Raising Cane's is so good.
I've never been there
Oh
because
my
we
God.
don't have one.
You have to go to one.
Come over.
Fly.
Sounds good. I'll be there in like however many hours that takes.
Where do you live?
I'm
Yeah,
Southern.
what's your
PA here.
address?
You're Southern VA? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
PA. Oh, PA. Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
Pennsylvania,
Peninsula.
where we have no very good chicken restaurants, apparently. Quite unfortunate.
Bum bum ba-da bum 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 bum. It's just that classic 80s sound with the blown out snare.
So far, I've only seen one missed time out of Kwazi, both of them. Really keeping it accurate on a banger chart, as we would expect. You get the bangers, you gotta play well on them. It's just...
Of course, of course. Yeah, really clean runs from both past the intro here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another early coming out of Kwazi there. Ballin maintaining this PFC pace as we enter the second half of the track with 2 minutes left to go. Audio jungle. Audio jungle. Ooh. Audio jungle. Hope that confuses the bots enough. I don't believe I've seen any. Oh, I spoke
Akko?
too soon.
Oh, miss coming out of Kwazi.
Is
there.
is that a DPI change?
I don't think so.
There
Maybe
was a
this'll
big
slip up.
compound miss there. Maybe it was just a continuous misalign.
Maybe Kwazi was like more expectant of that to happen and was ready for it. I didn't exactly see what was going on.
Well, with that, I feel like Ballin, even if Ballin drops the PFC here, it would take something really rough to give this back to Kwazi.
Yeah, it definitely is looking a bit in Ballin's favor after those couple of misses, especially. But I think through this set we have seen Kwazi pull ahead a little bit accuracy-wise, so this is Ballin's moment here.
Kwazi also, if Ballin wins this, Kwazi does have the advantage in the tiebreaker. So all is not lost in his court. Audio jungle. Audio jungle.
All right, let's go. We do see the PFC out of Ballin here, and he's going to be
Impressive
taking that
play
one
out of Ballin.
automatically.
And a new best for both, so it's certainly
Oh, they had very
applaudable.
similar accuracies, with Kwazi actually being 0.04 milliseconds cleaner than Ballin.
Yeah, but actually, despite having a slightly better MS, Kwazi
base
gets a
score difference
lower
would've-
accuracy score due to the base score difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ballin could have gotten away with a very minor mistake there.
Oh,
but
and
doesn't
Ballin
have to.
has HE double hockey sticks for streak. That's the PFC streak for this track. I wonder if Fallen knows that.
There's the
Is that who charted it? Was it Fallen?
Do you see the charted
Okay.
name? It's Bird.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I should have been able to figure it out, but
Hey, bird, wolf, you know, all
yeah.
birds look the same to you.
perhaps.
Okay, it's Kwazi's pick on the final track of this set.
Let's go. You love to
this-
see the day start out with a hype set.
For the scores, Half-Light just put Ballin, PFC, Kwazi, not PFC.
Half-Life
That's fucked
is really keeping it simple and efficient, and I appreciate that.
Interesting. Wasn't Big Snowman Kwazi's first ban? Hold on. Let me. Yeah.
It's the mind games,
Big
actually.
Snowman was Kwazi's first ban,
And I think that actually may have been some strategy that I thought of before was you could throw off your opponent by banning one of your favorite charts first.
Interesting.
So then
Or
they're either like
it could also
likely
be good
pick
to
it
ban
during the
out.
set.
It could also be good to ban out your pocket pick just to guarantee that it's your like your trump card, you know?
Mhm.
Even if you're not trying to mind game your opponent, you just ensure that you have your trump card at the end.
All right. So this is a comfortable 30 chart.
Ballin already breaking the PFC here, unfortunately.
And I hate to call it early, but like, if this is Kwazi's chance to get a PFC, this is it. Because all right, there we go. We got the
Unbelievable.
PFC curse.
That was I believe, a double early out of Kwazi,
Oh no.
which puts the ball back in Ballin's court. No pun intended.
I think we've had a few curses already, but I'm wondering if that was the first PFC curse.
Well, I think Kwazi was on. Well, no, he was on FC, right? When I said the thing, he changed
think so.
DPI. Oh, another late coming out of Kwazi there. I'm not sure if Ballin has matched him at all. I do think Kwazi has been hitting closer to 0 than Ballin, but does have a couple more imperfects than Ballin. It's probably going to be really close here coming into the last minute.
Yeah, not really no missed notes so far, so it's all milliseconds. That's all we have to work with, right?
Oh, that was a pretty significant early coming out from Ballin there. God, this is going to be so close. I think Kwazi is going to take it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, with the accuracy we've seen so far, Kwazi does just tend to pull ahead a little bit.
Yeah, looking at the bars as well, I've seen a lot more hit almost exactly on 0 by Kwazi. You should see the same base score as they both FC here. I don't believe there was any slider breaks.
All
Oh
right.
god. The suspense is killing me. A new best out of Kwazi. Kwazi takes it by 255 points. GG's. 10.13, I believe, versus 11.73. So pretty close, but that's a pretty significant difference in Kwazi's favor. So GG. Kwazi takes the set, and we'll be continuing in winner's bracket today. Ballin, we haven't seen the last of him. We're going to see him again tomorrow when we go through
Let's
losers
go.
bracket.
The losers bracket redemption.